Week 8 in the books. Week 9 is here. And man, this is a tough week, man. Some big losses and one of the most horrendous things to happen in sports. The Atlanta Braves won the World Series. It's just disgusting. The last 5 years, the Nats and the Braves have both won the World Series. Over the last, 10, 11 years, the Phillies have also part of that equation. Man, as a hungry Met fan, man, it hurt. It hurt watching the Braves celebrate, man. All right, let's get back into football. Huge loss last week. Eli, two-time Super Bowl MVP, falling to mTeam8000, 122 to 108. What was heartbreaking is that I could have won that week if I would have just made my lineup a little bit better, if I would have just done some tweaking. But Marco, man, you got a big loss too, man. Henry out for the year. I still think you got a strong enough team to still run the table. You've got a lot of good players on your team, but that is a huge loss. mTeam8000 going up to 7-1 on top of the leaderboard. I dropped to 4-4 and on the playoff bubble. Next matchup, Frank's Jets versus Bad Boys, and Frank's Jets pulling off the upset, 118 to 110. Huge blow to Bad Boys as it drops them down to 3-5 and outside the playoff picture. Frank's Jets trying to make one last run at it. Man, I talked to my brother-in-law, man, he feels like he has a team that can run the table and go all the way. And, I just asked him, what kind of shit is he smoking? Because that shit sounds really good because, man, at 2-6, I don't think that's happening. But listen, a boy could dream, man. Frank's Jets goes up to 2-6. Still in the bottom of the leaderboard. Next up, we have Steel Curtain versus Ridley's, believe it or not, and Steel Curtain dropping the 143-115 win, giving Ridley their second loss of the season. Speaking of loss of the season, fucking Calvin Ridley, man. Seriously? I wasn't regretting that trade until this bullshit. Look, mental health is not bullshit. But damn it, man. This could have happened at the end of the season, man. I have him in both my leagues, man. He screwed me this year. All right. I regress. Steel Curtain getting a huge, much-needed win. Goes to 5-3. Ridley dropping down to 5-2-1. Next matchup, Oldromeister versus Legendary Giant. Another new team, and they put the slack at 142 to 113. Oldromeister, Cuzzo, 4-3-1 in the playoff hunt. Legendary Giant, man, drops down to 2-6, hanging out with my brother-in-law in the cellar. Next matchup, we have Brooklyn Giants versus Team Deal. Man, it wasn't even close. It was a slacking. Brooklyn Giants almost doubled up on them, 151 to 79. Danny, you lucky you started off well, man, because, man, right now, man, you are hitting a rough patch, losing 2 in a row. Dropping down to 5-3. Brooklyn Giants trying to keep his playoff hopes alive, goes up to 3-5. Next up, we have Bushwick Hitman versus Colin Kaepernick, and Bubba pulling out the win, 127 to 119. Bubba goes up to 5-3. Legendary Giant dropping down to 2-6. Man, Jordan's hanging out with my brother-in-law and hanging out with my boy Juan in the basement at 2-6. Bubba solidifying his playoff standing. And the final matchup, Gotham Knights versus the defending champs Flying Buffalo Wings, and another slacking 161 to 96. Terry turning it back around, winning 2 in a row, then dropping 4 straight. Now he's won 2 in a row again. He's at 4-4. He's right in the mix of the playoff race. Flying Buffalo Wings also at 4-4. And right now, on the outside looking in, based on just matchups, but we still got less than a half a season to go. But right there in the playoff chase. So we're looking at it now, man, and I tell you, it's tight. It is tight. I mean, one game separates the number 3 to the number 9 seed. And this week, we've got some matchups that's really going to, screw some teams and really help some teams. First off, Eli, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, going against Bad Boys. And listen, I'm 4-4, Bad Boys, and you're 3-5. You need this win to stay close. I need this win to push myself ahead and get a 2-game advantage against you and have the tiebreaker, which essentially is a 3-game advantage. So this game is huge for the both of us. Ridley's, believe it or not, going against mTeam8000, the top 2 teams in the league going against each other. And that's going to be big because, listen, Marty, you lucked out that you've got that tie. Well, I mean, if the win would have been better. But if it comes down to it, you're not really going to be able to tie for that top spot with mTeam8000. So you need this win. Because if you get this loss, it's going to be very hard to get that top spot for Marco. And Marco, you get this thing to solidify that top spot. Legendary Giant versus Frank's Jets, both at the bottom of the standings at 2-6. One team is going to have the hope of to continue moving on and make a run in this league to probably get into the playoffs. The other team is pretty much going to be done. It's going to be over. The season's over. And right now, they're just going to be banking and hopefully winning that number 1 spot in the consolation tournament. Then we have the battle of the 2, 5, and 3 teams. Team Deal and Steel Curtain. And I ain't got to say how big that is because the winner of that team pretty much solidifies their playoff standing, maybe in the top 4. Well, the other one is going to be fighting for their lives with everybody who's around the 4-4 and 3-5 mark. Then you have Colin Wapnick versus Oldromeister, and Oldromeister, I mean, same thing, 4-3-1. He gets that win, solidifies his standings. Jordan, this is your last hurrah, man. If you get another L here, it's not going to look good. Flying Buffalo wins against Brooklyn Giants, 4-4 team against the 3-5, and it's pretty much the same situation that's going with me and Bad Boys. Flying, the defending champs wants any chance of trying to repeat. He's going to need a win this week. Well, if you want to try the chance of your first, you're going to have to get that win this week. And then finally, we have Bushwick Hitmen versus Gotham Knights, and that's another thing where you have a 5-3, 4-4 team. So we got a lot of good matchups this week that's really going to clear up the playoff picture and give teams a much-needed advantage and put other teams in a very tight spot. This week's highlight is mTeam8000, my boy Marco. Came in 2016. He came in along with 2 other new teams. He came in along with Gotham Knights and Legendary Giant. Now, Marco, I didn't realize, I'm going over the thing. Marco has been in the playoffs every year since participating in this league. Not only has he been in the playoffs every year, he has a 7-5 playoff record, and he's been to the championship game 3 times and has lost all 3 times. Dude, you're the Buffalo Bills of this league. Well, you're making it run right now. You're in first place, but you've got the best winning percentage in the history of our league at a 600 winning percentage, not counting the newbies who just started because it's their first season. But you have a 600 winning percentage. You've been in, like I said, second place. You finished in second in 16, second in 17, third in 18, fifth in 19, second last year. Dude, you've killed it, man. I didn't realize how dominant you were. You don't have that chip. You don't have that ring. Well, this may be a year. Or I could knock you out. Well, I hope I don't get the number 8 seed. But if I do, and I'm in, I'll knock you out the same way the Giants knocked out the Patriots in their undefeated season. Marco, man, thanks for joining the league in 2016, man. Dude, you've been nothing but a fierce competitor, man. And like I said, based on your record, man, dude, you've done your thing year in, year out. So good luck the rest of the season. I'll see you in the playoffs. For everyone else, man, hope you had a good week. My Islanders can get ass. We still haven't played at home yet. We open up in the new UBS Arena at the end of this month, and I'm going to be there. I cannot wait. But we're still doing our thing right now. Sorokin is the real deal for you. So I don't know if some of you guys probably don't watch hockey. For those who do, I just want to say one thing. If you do, you don't. When you get a chance, go on YouTube and just look up Connor McDavid going against the Rangers team. One of the best goals I've seen in a long time. Rangers, what the hell were you doing? You guys have a good week. Talk to you soon. G-Man. Hopefully they do something. All right, man.